And hello there. Welcome in to Palworld. Today we are going to be discussing some tips and tricks in order to make your journey through this magical world easier or better. As you see, I've got quite a few worlds that I've created. Most of them are still quite low level because I was going through the difficulty settings. We're just going to keep the world name as is. Now the problem is that when you go into hard, you're not getting any better benefits from playing on the harder difficulty. It just makes the game literally harder. Takes longer for eggs to incubate, harder to catch pals, less XP gain, takes longer to get resources, takes longer to level up, you drop everything when you die. It's genuinely a waste of time. So you're not going to want to play on hard. If we go to casual, your pal capture rate is 2 times, your XP rate, I suggest just going to 20 times, because you don't want to be stuck on level 10 for 5 years. So, that's my preference. You guys can have a different preference. But from experience, the 20 times XP rate is much more of a benefit for your gameplay than not having it. Pal appearance rate. This, I am convinced, is a bug, because if you put it up to 3 times, the boss pals spawn in packs of 3, which makes the game very obnoxious to play because you will be beaten very easily in a fight against 3 bosses at the same time. So I do hope that the devs actually pay attention to that and fix the problem. Damage from pals, damage to pals, that, like, if you want to change that, go ahead. Pal hunger depletion rate and stamina rate reduction rate, I suggest putting that to 0.1. For the simple fact is you don't want to be constantly feeding your pals, nor do you want to be stuck when you're trying to, say, fly over a river with one of the pals that have flight capabilities. Health regeneration rate, just stack it, because why not? And the regen in the pal box, just stack it. Why wouldn't you want to stack that? Like, why wait 20 minutes for it to full heal when you can wait, like, 2 minutes? Damage from players, damage to players, doesn't really matter. And again, the hunger and stamina reduction, depletion rates for your player, just put that to 0.1. For the simple fact that when you level up, you no longer have to put points into stamina. And again, the health regenerate, because why not? The max number of dropped items in the world, and depending on your PC or if you're running a server, put that up to 5,000 because there's no reason to not. Gatherable items multiplier, max it out. The health multiplier as well, max it out. Respawn interval, I still don't know if having it at 0.5 or 3 is better. But for the purposes of this video, we'll put it at 0.5 and see what happens. Dropped items multiplier, put it to 3, because why not? Time to incubate massive eggs, 0, because yes. Why would you want to take hours and hours to incubate your eggs? Death penalty, no drops. Why do you want to be dropping your items? That is just frustrating and obnoxious when things just go terribly wrong. Then max pals working at base, 220, again, that's based on your PC settings and specs. So we're just gonna go with these world settings, and we'll move on to the next tip shortly. And hello there. We have created our character. He looks very fancy. Now we've started on the starter island like usual. Now the next tip I can offer is exploration is your friend. Why is it your friend? For the simple fact that there are chests in the world which sometimes spawn within the ground. Now, that is obnoxiously annoying, because it shouldn't be doing that, but early access game, definitely gonna have bugs, whether you want it to or not. Now, around the islands, you get these castaway journals. Now, if we go to options and journals, we can read these. So, if you're interested in any of the the lore of the game, you can run around and collect those. I'll eventually be doing an entire playthrough where we find all of them, but I don't know when that will be because I don't know where all of them are. But that is neither here nor there because we are looking for tips and tricks. Now with the XP multiplier, you will level up quite quickly just picking items up off the ground, such as stones and, sticks that we pick up. We can come to these chests here. I'm not too sure if they respawn. I think they do sometimes, but there we go. We're level 4, we've picked up 2 items. Like, why would you want to take so long to pick up items to get XP? Like, this is why we increase the XP multiplier. But another nice thing about exploring is you find these eggs. Like, I don't know if this egg is usually spawned here, but regardless, we like collecting eggs because you put it into an egg incubator and boom, you get yourself a new pal. Whether it be one you've gotten before or one that's new to you, it doesn't matter. You're still collecting a pal from an egg. Now that's very helpful because you can eventually breed pals and get new types or duplicates, which will help you gain a bunch of XP because you are trying to collect 10 of each. Now, down here is a cave, which we want the resources inside said cave, but for now, we are done exploring down here. But exploration is your friend. But caves we'll get to another time because we don't have any gear on this character currently. But yes, tip number 2. Exploration is your best friend. Okay, now we've reached level 5. The next tip I can offer is with the settings for the world that we have currently. Your stamina will basically never deplete. Your health, you can craft armor, which gives you bonus health. The only thing... Okay, attack, we really need to speak about. It has 0 impact on any gameplay whatsoever. Never ever put any stat points into attack, because it does not help in any way. I have tested this. You saw how many worlds I had at the beginning of the video. Attack has no meaning in the game whatsoever. You'll be crafting weapons, you'll be crafting guns. All of them have ridiculous amounts of damage output after a certain point compared to where you are. So if you're fighting level 1s, say like a baseball bat, will be enough to just destroy them. But you'll be getting like guns, bows, crossbows. Every like new weapon that you get is doing a ridiculous amount of damage. So upgrading your attack stat, which I'm assuming upgrades your fist damage when you punch things, is absolutely meaningless. And because of that, if you put any stat points into it, it's literally just a waste. So what you want to focus in is work speed and weight. Now, I like to put up a lot of weight so that I can go and mine an entire ore vein or coal vein, rock vein, like palladium vein, all at once, be able to carry it back to a chest, deposit it, no issues. Work speed, because I don't want to be sitting here pressing F all day. Health, if you're playing on a higher difficulty, which I don't recommend because there is no benefits to playing on a harder difficulty. Yeah, you can put in health if you want, but for the purposes of this, it's a tip. It's from my experience, the only thing worth upgrading is work speed and weight. Arguably, if work speed didn't take hours upon hours for anything meaningless, you would only put into weight. Maybe a bit into health. If you've got the settings I have, nothing into stamina. If you have different settings for stamina, put some into stamina. But the most important stat that you can have is your carry weight. Because unlike Ark, which I'm surprised they didn't copy from Ark, is your pals can't carry anything on them. From what I've seen playing the game for about 30 hours so far. So, just get some extra weight on you, get your work speed up. Depending on your settings, go into some health, go into some stamina. Never ever put any stat points into attack, and you'll be good to go until you reach max level. Okay, so if you go forward from where we start, in the starting island, you find these fast travel statues. Now, we can fast travel to any other statue or base that we found. But as this is the only one, we shall have to go out and explore for more. But we did get one technology point from unlocking it, which puts us up to 25 at currently, what are we, level 5. Which allows us to go down the skill tree and unlock different recipes for different items, such as the Pal Box, which is very necessary to get, and Pal Spheres, which is also very necessary to get, and unlock things. But yes, here we go. Here's an NPC. Throughout the world, you will find some NPCs. I have many questions about the so-called NPCs, because 90% of what they say makes 0 sense for the locations they are placed in. So, this NPC here usually says that their friends were eaten by man-eating pals, and the pals on this island immediately closest to us are chickens and sheep. So, logically, placing this NPC here with their usual dialogue that I've seen makes 0 sense. There's also a Dinosaur over there, level 16. Herbivore does not attack us when we get close to them. Like, take a look at this. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, they question mark us, but they don't just outright attack us and eat us, because they're not man-eaters. But NPCs are very nice, because you can speak to them. Like, this NPC gave us 10 wood for free. Sometimes they'll give you some palladium shards, sometimes wood. I don't know what else they can give you, because I haven't met up with that many, honestly. I've seen a couple. I've been to some villages, and they have a trader, usually, that you can buy and sell things to. Selling things is genuinely a waste of time, because the cost to buy things versus selling the same item is very rubbish. Like, it's not balanced in the slightest. So if you want to buy something from the traders, where you can spend coins that you find in chests, like currently we have 139, if you want to buy something from them, go ahead. If you want to sell things to them, don't waste your time. Genuinely, it is the worst possible decision you can do, selling materials or resources. And here is a free Pal Sphere on the floor. Another reason why we should be exploring. And very, very important extra reason for exploration is these green glowy things, whatever they're called. Like, let's climb up here. This Lift Monk effigy. Now, the entire purpose of these is to upgrade yourself, where we can enhance our abilities to catch pals. So, you can catch higher level pals slightly more easily. From my experience, there's basically no difference in level 2 and level 3 upgrades for pal catching abilities compared to no upgrades in it. So I don't know if that's because of the settings I use, I don't know if that's a bug in the game, I don't know if it's just a joke that they put in for us to say we're upgrading our player when you're actually not. But according to what it says and what the statues say, those help you catch pals at a better rate. But that shall be it for today's video about tips and tricks for very, very brand new beginners to Palworld. If you guys did enjoy it and did like it, hit that subscribe button and we shall talk about some more tips and tricks in the future. Most likely continuing with this fine gentleman here, with whatever our needs are. But to end off this video, we are going to be beating up a sheep and capturing it against its will. And catch. There you go. 100% catch rate if you get the pals to a low enough health. And that shall be it for now. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.